Here's the truth nobody in the dating space wants to say out loud. Women don't leave men because of hypergamy. They leave because the man collapses when the hypergamy shows up. And if that sentence just made your chest tighten, good. That means this episode is for you. Today, we're going to talk about the most misunderstood word in the modern dating sphere: hypergamy, and why the manosphere turned it into a tantrum instead of a tool. I'm going to show you why the red pill became a suicide pact for your dating life and why ethical masculinity is the only framework that actually survives the evolutionary pressure of female choice. And it's their choice, boys. So if you're tired of being told women are evolved gold diggers and you're ready to become the man they actually choose, then stay tuned, baby, because we're about to dismantle all of the rage and build you a fortress of success. So let's go ahead and just start off by clearing the landfill, if you will. The red pill didn't fail because it noticed patterns. It failed because it replaced understanding with resentment. Hypergamy is real, guys. I mean, it's a real thing. Female mate choice is absolutely real. Status cues matter. Status cues matter. I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you that they don't. But here's where the incel dorks took a left turn into the swamp. Instead of asking, how do I become a man women choose? They asked, how do I punish women for choosing? You little scared baby boys, get over yourself. If a woman doesn't choose you, that says everything about you. Guys, that is not masculinity. That is a wounded ego with Wi-Fi. That is an internet troll staying up way too late, making way too many videos about how women are the problem. I mean, look, you guys took a valid evolutionary piece of data and you turned it into a manual of scarcity. You started using tactics that feel like a middle schooler trying to win a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Come on, guys. What are we doing? Look, the red pill toolkit, right? It's pathetic. You've got negging, right? Negging, which is basically just insulting a woman to lower her self-esteem so she needs your validation. Dudes, that is sorry ass BS. Come on. Research calls this lowering mate value self-perception. But in the real world, it just makes you look like a douchebag. You look like a jerk who can't handle a confident woman. But here at Planting Spark, baby, that's all we want is confident women. Eminently feminine women, because we're masculine. Come on now. You know who you want. And then these jerks do stuff like stonewalling. They ignore her to provoke anxiety, right? They call it the dread game. Ooh, the dread game. It's such a cool little catchphrase. I call it emotional starvation cosplay. You are being a turd. Treating affection like a ration card, that's another tactic by these red pill dorks. If you don't do X, I won't give you Y. It's like the guy who buys a Ferrari but keeps the plastic seat covers on because he's afraid someone might actually touch it. He's so focused on maintaining the asset that he forgets to drive the damn car. I mean, these tactics don't create attraction, guys. You are screwing it up for yourself and everyone else, quite frankly, because women think we're all jerks because of you pricks. Look, these things create an anxious attachment. A woman might stay for a minute because her nervous system is fried, right? But she isn't attracted to you. She's just managed by you. And that's really what you want? No, that's not what we want over here at Plant the Spark. Look, the second a grounded, ethically masculine man walks into the room, you red pill guys, you're toast. She is going to leave you so fast, your frame will have whiplash. right? Your alpha frame, you just got trampled by little Betty Foo Foo. I don't even know what that means, but it's not good for you. It's not good for you, but it is good for me. It's good for all my fire starters. You know it is, baby. Come on now. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being jerks. All right, all right. I flew off the handle there for a second. I get passionate about this stuff. I do this because of those guys. I want women to know that we're we're much different than society is letting on, right? Guys, hypergamy is not women always upgrading to the next guy with the bigger bank account and the bigger schlong. That is a low resolution take from a really low resolution man. Or, sorry, boy. In evolutionary psychology, specifically sexual strategies theory from Buss and Schmidt in 1993, hypergamy is defined as female selection for adaptive traits under uncertainty. Women evolved to prioritize stability, my dudes. Can you hold your ground when the world is burning? They look for things like competence, right? Do you actually know how to do stuff? Do you just watch YouTube videos about it? They look for emotional regulation. If she's having a bad day, do you become her second problem or her solution? You're just there. You're steady. That's what she wants. Sometimes she needs a solution. Sometimes she just wants you to listen. She never wants you to be a second problem. There's also resource acquisition potential. This is a real thing. Look, it's not just about money, right? Women aren't being gold diggers. I mean, come on, Kanye, or whoever sang that song. It's not about money. It's not about money in the bank. It's about the will to get it, right? Look, research across every culture studied shows that women prioritize ambition and industriousness. Why? Why? Because across history, their pregnancy equaled vulnerability, right? For 9 months, they are in an extremely vulnerable position. And then once the child rearing starts, that equals long horizon risk. So you've got pregnancy equals vulnerability, you've got child rearing equals long horizon risk. Emotional chaos, that equals danger. That doesn't equal vulnerability, right? And if you're showing chaos and danger, right? I mean, look, hypergamy is just simply risk management, right? At that point, it's her nervous system asking, if a predator comes to the cave, is this guy going to fight or is this guy going to check his Twitter mentions? I mean, guys, you got to be ready to stand up, right? Put that back up. Be ready. And this is where, you get a lot of this stuff, right? The red pill thinks dominance, right? Being a loudmouth alpha wins. It doesn't win. And, being loud is not the problem itself. It's being loud without any real understanding, right? Without any real empathy, without any real emotional regulation, right? The reality is hypergamy doesn't respond to dominance. It responds to grounded capability, right? A silverback gorilla doesn't have to tell everyone he's the boss. He just eats his bamboo over in the corner and looks like a solid dude. You don't F with the silverback. The ladies are all hanging around. The other dudes are like, hey, bro, you're good. I'm not. I'm hanging back. You're the man. You're the alpha, right? You're the alpha, and you don't even have to scream about it, dude. If you have to announce your frame, you have already lost it, my guys. Fire starters. Fire starters. You hold your frame. You don't talk about it. You don't pretend it's there. You don't try to amplify it. You do the ethically masculine traits. You do the ethically masculine activities that build those traits. And then you sit back and you let the world come to you. Because that's what it'll do. Guys, ethical masculinity isn't about being nicer. Nah, it's about being solid. And at Plant the Spark, everything runs on the ACR. which maps perfectly onto the self-determination theory by Dishi and Ryan, right? This is the gold standard of psychological fulfillment, my guys. You've got autonomy. You have a life. You have a mission, right? Her mood, her mood is not going to affect your identity, right? It doesn't bend because she's pissed off. It doesn't bend because she's upset with you. You are the protagonist of your own story. I mean, stop. You're not a supporting character in hers, guys. Stop being that. Stop being that. You're not like that little teapot, right, in Beauty and the Beast that was always running around helping out Belle or whatever her name was, right? Dudes, have your own mission, have your own story, and then be competent. Your life is handled, right? You solve problems. You don't outsource responsibility to women, to gurus, to algorithms. Look, if the sink leaks, you fix that piece. When the finances leak, you fix that piece. When that tire blows up, you fix that piece. Unless your car didn't come with a spare like mine. I mean, who does that? Come on, Hyundai. I do like your cars, though. Good gas mileage. The next piece is relatedness, right? You can bond without collapsing. I mean, you can bond with someone without losing yourself totally, right? You lead emotionally instead of leaking emotionally. You can show affection without it being a transaction. I mean, oh, I did this for you, so you need to give me a huggy poo. What? Look, when you meet your own ACR needs, you become self-validated, my dudes. You become a man, an ethically masculine man. I mean, most guys enter a relationship like a beggar with a bowl. Let's be honest. Please tell me I'm a good boy. An ethically masculine man, they enter like the five-star chef. They're cooking dinner. The kitchen's open. The food is incredible. Come sit in my place, right on my lap, baby. I'll rock you to sleep after the good meal. Come on now. I'm a full-service man. Hypergamy senses this. It's a nervous system check. Look, she doesn't consciously think, his ACR levels are so high. Her gut just tells her, this man is a safe harbor, and he is sexy, baby. I want to spend all night on his ship. Get me into that port. That's what she said. Here's the uncomfortable truth, right? Women don't test men to be cruel. They don't. They test men to see who falls apart under pressure. It's a safety check for them. And if you're mad at them for performing that safety check, you are pathetic. You don't get it. You're not even playing the same game. Like, dudes, they test men to see if we're going to be grounded in ourselves. They want to know if you chase when they pull back. If you do, that just signals to her that you have no real grounded autonomy, right? A loss of autonomy. Dude, if you're arguing your worth with her or other people, my God, that signals a loss of confidence. You don't tell anybody how good you are. You just show it. You demonstrate your worth. Look, if you demand reassurance, guys, pathetic, emotional leakage. You fail that test, not because she's evil, but because her nervous system just clocked you as unstable. Like, gold digger? No. It means you're a loser, right? You can't keep it together, right? I'm sorry, guys. It's not her fault that you're signaling these things to her biology. Look, if you can't handle a no or a cold text without losing your mind, how in the hell are you ever going to handle a real world crisis? When the going gets tough, your lady's like, where's this guy going to be? Is he going to be losing his crap with the bros, or is he going to be there for me and my child or our child? I mean, the red pill trap, right? They tell you to ignore her as a tactic. No, ignore her. Yeah, look, you might create some kind of like spiral in her, a hot, cold sort of like addiction to you, but long term, it's not going to hold up, right? The ethical path is you don't ignore her to play the game. You're simply busy. You're not ignoring anyone, right? You're doing stuff that's important. She sees that, right? This isn't a game. You aren't withholding your affection as leverage. You are maintaining your own space because you have a mission. Ethically masculine men don't flinch. They don't punish. They are anchored. And that is why eminently feminine women choose them every single time. Because they smart. They read the manuals. And they want to see if you read my manuals. Come on now. They're available. Come and get them, baby. All right. So the eminently feminine woman is not submissive, guys. Look, this is not someone who can be walked over. She is a selective queen. She is looking for a place to put her trust. She wants emotional safety, knowing you won't blow up or vanish. You have got to be there for her when the going gets tough. She wants to see polarity, right? She wants to be the ocean. She needs you to be the shore. Your emotions don't wax and wane with the tide, my dude. You are there and she can buffer up against you. You are the shore. She wants direction without control. I mean, she wants a pilot, not a prison guard. Control is not something that we're doing here, boys. She doesn't want to be chased. Chasing is for prey. She wants to be led. Ethical masculinity is attractive because it removes the emotional labor from her plate. It takes over the heavy lifting for her. When she's with a man who is regulated, competent, autonomous, she can finally drop her guard. And now that is a luxury in a world full of unregulated red pill boys who are one seen message away from a mental breakdown. Do not be the red pill boy. Do not be the incel. Who wants to be celibate? I mean, come on, boys. You know you don't. You know you don't. Instead of acting mad and learning crap tactics, come over to my channel. Learn the real grounded framework that's going to get you the lady that you want because you have become the man that she wants. Think about that one. So how do we use this? How do we master hypergamy ethically? No manipulation, no games, just signal stacking, baby. Signal stacking. Behavior is greater than words. You want consistency in your word. You want a clean, organized life. You want predictable leadership. You pick the place, you set the time, she comes, she has no worries but to enjoy the night with her man. Come on. Number 2, calm under stress. If the waiter messes up the order, you don't make a scene. You just handle it. Hey, man, the chicken's cold. Can I get this replaced, please? Thanks, man. More time with your lady, right? What do you got to get back to you so quick? What, you trying to jump in bed after 1 hour of dinner? Come on now. Life design equals attraction. High value man don't chase attraction. They become ecosystems that women want to enter. Listen to me. You have got to totally shift your mindset, my guys. Instead of worrying about how to get the girl, worry about how to become the man that she wants, who you want to be. Right? Guys, don't be the guy at the club trying to convince people that he's cool. Be the guy hosting the party where everyone wants the invite, right? I mean, this is a members only jacket they're wearing in that piece. Come on now. They want long-term selection. Manipulation, red pill tactics, they might get you a one-night stand. They might get you a one-night stand. You might get in her bed. You might get a little nookie. That's about it. The ethically masculine man wants to win the long-term selection game, my friends. Women optimize for future stability, not present theatrics. Studies on long-term mating preferences show that while excitement matters initially, trustworthiness, stability are the ultimate victors for high-value women. It's like I've talked about before, right? There needs to be a combination of both. There needs to be that novelty, curiosity, playfulness, right? Excitement, but not chaos. And then it needs to meld into trustworthiness and stability. And then you kind of go back and forth, a little stoicism, a little flirty, playful, right? This creates that polarity that women love. They love the polarity. Keep them on their toes, man. Don't make yourself so predictable. I mean, stability, but with a little chaos sprinkled in, or at least a little fun. All right, so do this starting today. The practical fire starter action plan, right? Come on, guys. Come on. Stop negotiating attraction. You cannot talk a woman into liking you. I know. I have tried, my guys. You can only be a man she likes. Learn from the mistakes that I have made, guys. I have been doing this for a long time, and I have dated a lot of women, and I've also been turned down by a ton more. Right? This is all about practice. And if you're weak, you're going to fall down and be like, oh, I can't help myself. I couldn't get the girl. I'm done. I'm an incel. Look, build your competence visibly, right? Fix one thing in your life this week that you've been avoiding. Make yourself better. I mean, pull back without bitterness. If she's distant, don't get mad. You just go to the gym. You read a book. You work on your business, right? Plant the spark, baby. You stay warm, but not needy, right? Be a sun, not a black hole. Radiate value. Don't suck it out of the room. Be interested, but not invested prematurely. Stop planning the wedding after the first date, my dudes. Come on now. Guys, hypergamy isn't the enemy. Unregulated boys are. Ethical masculinity doesn't fight women. It makes you the man that women choose freely. It gives her the space to be herself, her best self, because she is not busy managing your fragile little ego, boy. Ooh. If you're done with rage content, manipulation tactics, and boy psychology, welcome home, Firestarter. We have a place for you. We don't play games, we build empires. Hit your subscribe right now. If this hit home, share it with a brother who is currently drowning in the red pill swamp. And you know someone who is. Grab the manuals, guys. They are the only place that you will get a deep dive blueprint into the ACR, into imminent femininity, into detachment, into hypergamy, into dating strategies. Look, we'll teach you how to signal stack, baby. We will teach you how to signal stack over here. Join the fire starters today. I'm Mike, and this is Plant the Spark.